this being his farewell tour, he's had to be more verbal with these younger players.
Our officials tonight here in Los Angeles: Mark Davis, Carl Lane, Rodney Mott. And here come the 12 and 14 Rockets, as we said, in 7th in the West. Harden inside, and it's picked up by Kobe Bryant. And Bryant is coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee. It's Clarkson for 3 with a Harden rebound. The Houston Rockets have lost 2 straight. They have lost 3 of their last 4 road games, while the Lakers come in 4 and 12 and 2 and 6 at home. And that's an outside shot which will drop for Patrick Beverley.
That's one thing you're going to see a lot from Patrick Beverley. Ty Lawson, who's ever playing that point guard position, really camped out in those short corner threes, with James Harden being the facilitator up top.
This is Hibbert that brings out the defensive Howard. And there is Capella and Patrick Beverley. He had the injuries late last season, not part of that run. Inside to Howard, the former Laker, tries the reverse and picked up by Lou Williams. He was signed this offseason as a free agent. He's bounced around a bit. Reigning 6th man of the year. Good feed and picked up and put in. Pretty play by Larry Nance Jr. at the other end. Howard would rather just stay in Houston.
Well, that's how you can be more aggressive and be integrated into the offense. Offensive rebound, comes up with the offensive rebound out there with another possession for the Rockets, and Beverley knocks down his second 3.
Beverley's got the 6. Bryant goes to Hibbert inside. He's had a couple games where he's averaged 11 points and 9 rebounds. Lou Williams getting an Nance screen, and outside Hibbert uncovered.
Yeah, and if you're Howard, you're going to let Hibbert shoot that all day. This is when they got to look up and look for Howard. See how he's sealing down low against Hibbert? I don't mind the missed shot, but look how deep he's getting.
Lou Williams. He'll take it the other way with Beverley's defense right there. Approaching 9 to play in the first quarter as the Lakers have started 1 of 5. And Lou off balance. And Howard cleans it up. Right here for just the season. But back issues and other physical ailments. When the Rockets signed him as a free agent, they found him in disrepair physically. There's a 3 by Harden and picked up by Beverley.
Another offensive rebound here for the Rockets in this first quarter.
Hibbert picks it up. Out to Ariza. Make it to Clarkson, who works around Beverley and finds 2. Clarkson had missed a couple games with a sprained right ankle, but comes off a 12.6 rebound performance against Milwaukee in that Laker win here Tuesday, 113-95. That's a 3 which will drop Trevor Ariza.
Well, this Houston Rocket team takes and makes the most threes in the association. Already 3 for 5 from downtown in this first quarter.
Kobe has yet to take a shot. Harden is there with defense. Clarkson is bumped. Harden with the drive and put in by Ariza.
4 offensive rebounds already here in 5 minutes. If you're Byron Scott, the effort level and the energy level to start this ball game, for whatever reason, is not there for the Lakers.
This by Nance, picked up by Hibbert, and he'll put it in. They made attempts, the Lakers, in this offseason to get LaMarcus Aldridge. They tried for Greg Monroe, and they ended up with Hibbert in the trade. Capella with another offensive. Rockets recently had a stretch where they won 7 of 9. A shot again from outside will drop.
He's never said that he's unhappy, right from his mouth tonight. As for potentially opting out of his contract at the end of the season, Howard told me, well, people can say what they want, but tonight all he's worried about is winning this game. And it seems to me, Kevin, that Howard has had to deal with noise and speculation throughout his career, but again, he's trying to deflect it early in this season.
Ralph Lewis had just turned 30, so he's at the stage of his career. Nice jam inside by Nance. As Mona Eunice had just checked in on the front line for the Rockets. Fell down, and here he comes the other way with Howard on top and working against Hibbert.
Well, Kevin, Dwight Howard can say it's all noise, but we heard that same noise between him and Stan Van Gundy in Orlando. We heard that same noise when he was here for that 1 year between he and Kobe Bryant. So there seems to be a lot of static that follows Dwight Howard wherever he goes, and he can say what he wants and all the right things, but something is not right with this basketball team. and obviously with their two best players.
Well, whenever you fire a coach in mid-season, that's trouble, or at least in this case early in the season. Hibbert on the doorstep, got the 2 to go. Lakers haven't led in this game. The big lead for the Rockets has been 13. We're just beyond the halfway point of the first quarter. Another shot outside, Ariza,
who averages 11 free throws a game. I mean, usually that's reserved for big men or power forwards because they're in the paint, and maybe DeAndre Jordan, Hacker Jordan.
Kobe, tough shot. Ariza was there. That was his first offering tonight. And Harden the other way, finding Capella. And they swing it around with nice ball movement. Ty Lawson is checked in the game. Harden with the drive into a thicket, lost the ball. 3-on-1, Clarkson, Russell, Clarkson.
Textbook 3-on-1 there by Jordan Clarkson.
He's lost a little bit of weight. Looks terrific as he comes into this one.
So really you have 3 rookies on this roster. Russell, Randall, and Larry Nance Jr.
Harden with a 3. Harden is from Los Angeles. Motiejunas. They call him.
Really almost pick your poison if you're Byron Scott. You've got to do a better job, number 1, on the defensive boards, but a much better job of running these shooters off the 3-point line.
Motiejunas with that hook once again. Here comes Russell.
So is that why they call him Captain Hook, is because of that?
Captain Hook.
Okay.
They've got Jason Terry, who has come in the game, joining Ty Lawson. Corey Brewer has come in. Capella remains. Motiejunas down low. Russell to Randall across the lane with authority.
A little bit further along than those two, but at times, really those young men have zero clue on how to play the game of basketball. So instead of Kobe Bryant really kind of showing them how to play and delegating to them, Kobe should shoot as much as Kobe wants to shoot, because the only way he's going to be able to show these guys is by actually being on the court and performing.
Russell to Randall inside. Kobe Bryant, a 5-time champion, a 2008 MVP. They get inside, little pocket pass. Kobe. Beautiful feed.
How about the pump fake to get Dwight Howard in the air to create that separation to get that wide open 3-footer.
Jason Terry knocked away by Lou Williams. LA right now on a 6-0 run, and here comes Kobe. He says he enjoys the role of feeding, teaching,
and shooting.
Williams got it. That's a 3. 9-0 run by the Lakers, and the one-time deficit of 16 is down to 6. Lawson and Howard.
That's what,
along with Brandon Bass, and in the trade they get Hibbert from the Indiana Pacers.
Trying to bring some veteran leadership to this young team.
Lawson to Terry. Terry to Brewer. Shot clock at 6, defending his shot break. They got in the way, and Randall. He'll gallop. Look out. He'll come inside. And Kobe is there by the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe's gone 2 of 4. 5 from Lou Williams. Leads LA. Here's Jones. 8 points from Ariza. And the Rockets, who have lost 2 straight and come in at 12 and 14.
Well, 2-3 zone action here for the Lakers, too.
You like that?
I do, especially when you've got the firepower of a James Harden on the floor, but you got to know where he is at all times. A little break of communication here by the Lakers out of that zone.
Former Los Angeles High School Player of the Year, Harden, who then played his college ball at Arizona State. Ball was deflected, so it goes the other way. And D'Angelo Russell. Kobe Bryant, long 3. Count it! Kobe's got 7. Fun to watch.
Still has it. I mean, your shot will always be the last thing to leave you. And Kobe Bryant, even though he's a scorer, he's a fantastic shooter as well. Nice drop down time there by Harden to Howard.
By the way, since we see Kobe score on one side and Howard the other, Kobe and Howard both insist they have reconciled. And there is no hard feeling with the turnover. And some numbers the other way. Terrence Jones. Coaching change. Reggie, he was at 13 points. Now he's down to 8. His minutes have gone down. His shooting has gone down from 53% to 38%. Rebounds are down, a rebound a game for Terrence Jones.
Well, that's to be expected, especially when your minutes kind of just diminish a little bit. Possible another turnover here.
Kobe gets it back, and Ariza fights him for it, and they go the other way. Randall, he'll put up a three, and he'll put it down. The three-point shooting of the Lakers, 3 of 8 so far.
And that's Randall's first three of the year. Was 0 for 7 up to that point
of his NBA career.
Well, he needs to get into three-point competition then. Did you even know that D'Angelo Russell was on the floor for those minutes? I mean, what did he do to stand out? You know? And that's the point I'm making when people say, you know, Kobe Bryant needs to take a step back. He's stunning the growth of these young players. Absolutely not. The only way they're going to get better is by watching a great player like Kobe Bryant.
Well, look at Randall fight inside, but all that hard work produces nothing. It's Jones inside, ahead Capella, who just checked off the bench and into the game and gets 2 right there.
There's the transition defense here for the Lakers. You know the Rockets want to run. They want to get out in transition. They want to cast up a bunch of threes. You got to be committed to getting back to that paint area and branching out. Oh, nice double team.
He's in a straight jacket, and he finally found Randall, who tried to do the up and under and got that to
Michael Jordan. You got to show patience to these young players, but having said that, these young players got to look at Kobe too and learn the way he learned by getting up early and working on his game.
Bryant inside to Hibbert, who just checks in. Clarkson from outside knocks one down. Beverly, by the way, had picked up his first foul. That sent Kobe Bryant to the stripe. Kobe's got 7, 11 by Randall leading the Lakers, 10 by Harden leading the Houston Rockets, and Capella's on top.
If you're J.D. Bickerstaff and the Rockets, you got to be real careful in this game because you can't allow the Lakers to hang around here. Because you do that, then you're messing with Kobe Bryant and the Mamba. Because we all know, even though his skills have somewhat diminished, if it's a close game, he has the capability of taking it over.
Beverly is hounding Lou Williams, and Hibbert. Bryant, the fake and the foul. With Harden getting it right there. Disappointing first 6 weeks to the season, certainly for this Houston Rocket team. And here comes the long-range shot of Harden, who is averaging 29 points, over 6 assists, and over 6 rebounds. And only 6 have ever averaged that over an entire season. He did it 3 times. LeBron has done it 3 times. Harden doing it now. More defense inside. Here comes Ariza.
I mean, I don't know how you keep him out of the...
When they took care of Milwaukee in 41 field goals, had a season-high 26 assists. Tonight, they've got 11 on 15 made baskets.
Yeah, one-on-one basketball right now. Guys putting up good shots. Nice put back there by Nance Jr.
Lakers have missed their last 5 until Nance put it up and in from Wyoming. You don't hear that very much as a basketball address, but that's where he played. Co-defensive player of the year in the Mountain West Conference. This is Harden.
Too easy.
Lakers have only played 8 home games. That's the fewest of any team in the league so far this season. Lou Williams 3. And here comes Clarkson. Lou Williams has the ball. Kobe on the wing. Ariza knocks it away. And will sail in for the deuce on the steal. And they got also out there for Los Angeles, Roy Hibbert. That is the
Terry. That's the 5.
Kobe. Bryant with 9.
Kobe just having fun out here. You know, gone is that scowl and that mean mug look from Kobe Bryant.
Well, he's not sore, he says, anymore. Ariza with the fadeaway, picked up by Nance. Here comes Clarkson. Kobe on top. Now they got Harden. What a cut, Williams, and he got from the start of the season.
And I will say this to my comrade in the Atlanta studios. I love me some Kenny Smith, but I 100% disagree with you that you can start a franchise right now with Dwight Howard. I love him. I think he's an unbelievable talent, but he is not going to get you 24, 25 points a night. I think with the numbers you're seeing now, maybe he's a 15 and 12 guy, 16 and 13 guy, but to be a #1 option on a team, if you're a general manager, you would be fooling yourself to think that.
Capella with a nice strip. Harden wide open three. Clarkson has the ball.
16, 13, and 2.5 blocks.
Technical on Russell. So Terrence Jones is out there. Howard again on the bench with 4 personal fouls. Harden step back on Clarkson. Harden has gone 5 of 17. Bryant admitted that he was rusty to begin the season. Puts in a nice 10-footer right there.
Nice little bounce to a step now.
13 for Kobe to lead all Lakers scores.
Look at this. Look at this.
Almost had the steal there. Ariza's long arms got it, and Capella will take. And Jones will fire. He played at Kentucky from Portland, Oregon. Terrence away from their families during the holiday, and we tip our hat to them. Tough to be away from family and friends this time of the year. They'll do a great job televising those games, as they always. The Houston Rockets never lost more than 2 consecutive games. They've lost 2 in a row coming into tonight.
Well, #1, they're going to have to correct their defense, and we talked about that. You know, giving up 107 points. Oh my goodness! And should this jump ball? And I say that he should win it.
Bryant has played 25 minutes. He's got 13 points on 12 shots, tripled. And Capella with the steal. Ariza. And Terrence Jones finishes off well. Terrence Jones.
How about Terrence Jones? 14 minutes off the bench, 4 of 5, 11 points for Coach J.B. Bickerstaff.
8 points for Jones here in the 3rd. Lou Williams. Eastern Conference All-Star with Indiana, and now a Laker. Shot clock at 2. Does Beverly know it? Yes, sir, he does, with the triple. Cool and calm, Patrick Beverly.
I think he heard you, too, because as soon as he laced it, he kind of looked over here at you.
And he has not been shooting well from 3 over the last 5 games, only 30% above and beyond the arc. Williams and Clarkson.
I love when the players give us looks. I feel like we're a part of the game.
Kobe 3,
Long 2.
He got his foot on the mark. Bryant's got 15. Lakers in this 3rd have gone 8 of 10 from the field.
Shoot less. He's stunning the growth of the younger players. Come on, man. Let the mama be the mama.
Jones with 3. Capella the offensive board. Harden the triple. One-man show, isn't it? Look at this.
Look at this.
He admitted he was rusty to begin things because he had 3 straight season-ending injuries in 3 consecutive seasons. Terrence Jones again. Bryant had the left Achilles tear, the left knee fracture, the torn rotator cuff, so certainly he was going to be a little bit rusty. And then he's 37 with the wear and tear that all the minutes he's played have taken. It's Nance Jr. Nice play. Terrence Jones couldn't stop him. Larry Nance Jr.
I like Nance Jr. for this team. I don't think he's your everyday starter, but what a great energy guy off the bench for your team.
Seems smart, too, and obviously with his
4 years at Wyoming.
That's right.
You know, and obviously probably sitting on Dad's lap watching game film back in the day. Well, you know, look at Steph Curry. You know, sitting on Dale's lap watching. How about Clay sitting on Michael's lap?
Odious is in for Houston. That's a shot over him.
And that's a reflection of poor leadership from your leaders. And I've always felt that. You play and you practice how your best players. They always set the tone. And I'm not saying that that's the case here in Houston, but between Harden and Howard, and Chuck said this at halftime, there's no way they should be 12 and 14 with those 2 players. You got 2 of the top 20 players in the association. And you're 12 and 14 coming off a Western Conference Finals, that's unacceptable.
Brewer picked up his first personal foul. Just kept in the game. Ty Lawson is in as well. Good feed is separated. Right inside. Good position.
Good patience, too. Took his time. Never would have been doing this in years past. He was so focused.
Well, why not go out and join us, right?
Absolutely, and well-deserved. That's why he should get every pat on the back. And I hope people are appreciating. Obviously, the home crowd does. But, you know, we've seen, on the farewell tour, everyone selling out and waiting afterwards just to get a glimpse and a chance to touch Kobe Bryant.
Lou Williams, who's played for Philly, Atlanta, Toronto. Now the Lakers, has 9 in the quarter and 14 for the game. D'Angelo Russell's on top, the 19-year-old rookie from Ohio State. Here is Williams watching Ty Lawson, who looks for Motiejunas, who kicks it back out to Brewer for 3. That was a nice possession because Motiejunas was crowded down low and Brewer had a shot.
And the ball found the one guy on the floor other than Ty Lawson, who has really struggled from downtown. Corey Brewer only shooting 29%. That's his 24th made 3 on the season.
Russell is 0 of 5. Harden aggressively inside, finds 2. 21 for him on a 6 of 20 night. Harden 21 in 20 shots. Nick Young.
See the different energy when Kobe's on the bench versus being on the floor with these young guys? So you tell me, whose growth is Kobe stunning? I mean, let's watch D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle right now. This is the time for these guys to...
Russ Randle had his mom as a kind of a guide for him. She played college basketball. Randall's mom did at the University of Texas. Harden. Couple years at Arizona State. Being the player of the year in this city at Artesia High School. Shot clock at 2. Motiejunas with the left hand. And others, thank you. With Ty Lawson. He comes in from Denver. Here's Motiejunas. Howard got it. Loose ball foul. Called on the Lakers. And playing with 4 fouls himself is Howard. There's Sacre. He's going to pick up his first of the game. Lawson, Howard, Ariza, Motiejunas, and Corey Brewer. That's the Rocket 5 on the floor. They come in 12 and 14, number 7 in the West. They've lost 2 straight, including Tuesday at Sacramento, 107 to 97. There's a Brewer shot from outside that goes down. 3, Corey Brewer, played at Florida. 2 national championships for him. Joakim Noah and Al Horford, the rest of that terrific crew for Billy Donovan. Young with Brewer defending. Nick Young, pretty shot. Yep, Generation Kia Optima, the official vehicle of the NBA by Mountain Dew Kickstart. Kickstart your night. Russell Westbrook by State Farm. We exist to assist. And live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi, untamable since 1862. How about the Lakers? They shot 68%, Reg, in the third quarter. However, they outscored by the Rockets only by 3 points in the third, and they get the steal, and they take it in right there.
Here's that lack of focus and energy.
Yep.
Coach Bickerstaff has been talking about. His team loses that.
Randle inside. Los Angeles on a 6-0 run. Clarkson will try to set it down. It's off the fingertips of Lawson, out of bounds. He was a little bit more colorful in his language, but I mean, that guy, when he could play, huh?
Oh. Perfect size for a point guard. Strength to D you up.
Lawson and Brewer free to fire. Capella. 3 minutes gone. Here comes Randle.
Scary game if I'm Coach Bickerstaff, because now it's within 5 and you've got arrested Kobe Bryant coming in.
Randle's got 18, 6 have come in the third. Outside Ariza, he wants the triple. Picked up by Howard. Aggressively chases the ball. Lawson, 3. Picked up. Young.
Watch the 3 ball.
And Clarkson. Weaving, sneaking, firing. Rebounded by Lawson.
Now you got to get back in transition.
Wide open, no one on Ariza. And that is the way you pay.
Breaking down game film with Bernie.
Kobe from his dad.
Kobe from his dad. Well said.
Houston is plus 11 points at the free throw line tonight. So they've been there. The quick trap on Clarkson. Some defense by the Rockets.
Some bad offense from the Lakers.
Yep, Harden will put up the 3. And in there, Capella fighting for the ball, and out of bounds it goes. It is off of Los Angeles.
The Lakers, you got to give yourself a chance. That's the last thing you want to do is, you know, it's the holiday time, but you don't want to gift wrap, you know, more offensive opportunities for the Rockets. Offensive foul.
Yep.
And it's going to be on Harden.
Harden picks up the foul. That's the first called on James Harden. Since the change of head coach, his scoring has improved from 27 points to 30 points a game. His shooting from the floor, you see Harden there on the left, has improved from 37% to 45%. And inside Randall, and Harden will lead him the other way and approaching 7 to play in the fourth. James Harden.
So good. So gifted offensively.
25. 7 to 22. Clarkson. Two straight possessions. Ariza and Beverly, they cash in. Fast break points. Points off presented by Auto Trader live from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas.
Are we all going to that or just the studio guys?
No, Kobe at 3. Bryant's got 20. Lakers break a field goal drought of 4 minutes. Here comes Howard. Ariza tonight has put in 13 with a whistle away from the ball, and Howard was whacked at again. And a foul on the play. Russell will pick up number 1. Kobe moments ago unleashing the triple.
Well, we talked about the biggest draw in this building for the last 20 years. Obviously, he's had some help along the way. That's been that man.
So Howard had played the one season with the Lakers in the 2012-2013 season. He's a free agent after the season. Lakers tried to keep him. Signs with Houston. And here he is. And as we talked about before, there seems to be maybe a little bit of turbulence if he...
And I hope that's not the case. He's saying all the right things. But I just don't think you can build a franchise.
Basketball fans, 20 pairs for 20 NBA seasons. That is a cool way to go out.
Howard just fouled again. Thank you, Lewis.
I don't want to get anyone in trouble over there at Nike, because Nike was very, very good to me when I played. But shouldn't number 24 also have a lifetime deal if he doesn't already? I mean, it would just seem logical to me that Kobe Bryant should have a lifetime contract, very much the same way LeBron James does.
You know those are expensive, don't you?
Well,
that's a lot of money.
It is, but I'm just going by for a guy that's won one for the thumb, 5-time champion, 2 times finals MVP.
Well, how many guys
2007, 2008 NBA Most Valuable Player, 17-time NBA All-Star, 4-time All-Star Game MVP, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Remember when he scored 81 points versus Toronto? Do you remember that?
I remember.
And close to 33,000 points. Look, I'm just saying.
How many lifetime deals are there?
The only one I know of is LeBron.
Well, Michael probably.
And Michael, yes. And Michael.
Well, Kobe is definitely in that conversation.
Okay.
Russell, 3.
In the conversation.
He's 0-7.
Is one thing. Getting it done is another.
Harden, Capella, and a foul, and it goes on.
In Dwight Howard. So still a lot of games left here, obviously, in this season.
Randall with a nice feed inside to Nance.
That was kind of cool of Denzel coming over here during halftime and kind of breaking down. You were a big Denzel fan. What are you talking about? You were talking about Malcolm X and he's got game and inside man. What are you talking about?
I was talking about In-N-Out Burgers. Here's Capella, and tapped in by Howard, who in this quarter from the free throw line has gone 8 of 14 with a tap in right there. 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 of those 16 for Dwight have come here in the fourth with some fouls on him.
Finally, Russell gets his first field goal.
Isn't that something?
With 2:43 left in this game.
1 of 8 across the lane with the mismatch on Clarkson.
Captain Hook.
Captain
right?
Hook.
Captain Hook. Okay.
Yep.
I like it.
Does a lot of things. He's getting his shot back and practices endlessly that little hook close by.
I like him because he's long and can also go to that three-point line and knock down those shots.
Clarkson knocked it away.
Good hustle.
And he saves it with Young getting the ball. Reggie, it's interesting to see a team like Houston still be in the playoff conversation. 2 games now, 1 game below 500. And in the Eastern Conference, the 8th place team is a couple games over 500.
Yeah, it's been a role reversal. You know, everyone talked about the East the last few years being down. 14 after this win tonight in the 7th spot. So there's parity now around the league here. But again, there's only about 5 or 6 teams really looking to go after and play for it all. Obviously, Golden State, San Antonio, Cleveland, OKC, Clippers, they're in that discussion. I'll tell you what, who's been a surprise in the East? Indiana. Paul George. Paul George has been fantastic. If you're handicapping, I know it's early again, who cares? But he's in the MVP discussion right behind Stephen Curry, with Kawhi Leonard quietly 3rd.
Young tonight, 1 of 5. Brewer, Harrell, who played for Patino at Louisville. Modiunas.
There's that 3.
Knocks that in. He's got 11. Houston hit 12 threes again tonight, and they have had a string of 8 consecutive games, making it